Good afternoon, everyone. It's 1:47, going on 1:48 right now. I picked this up. This is something I picked up at, I guess, an estate sale or very large garage sale. This is not what I paid for it. It's I paid half the price. I paid $7.50 for it. It's got the original box, and it's as far as I could tell, is all there, complete, like brand new. This is the warranty. I think this is like an ad for it, this particular lock from somewhere. It's hard to do with one hand. But there's the ad. Regular at that time, it looks like it was 35 bucks almost, and it's still got the sticker. It says it's made in the U.S., made in the American made. But when I look at this, I don't know if this was replaced or not, but when I look at this, this here says made in Montreal, Canada, Dominion. It's brand new. It's never been opened as far as I could tell when I looked at it. Never been used. So let me set this down. The lock still has the paper on it, and the keys are right there next to it. This is made out of brass, solid brass. Doesn't have the batteries. This is the other part of it here, and then inside there is the screws and stuff for it. I thought I would show this. I picked it, like I said, I picked it up at a garage sale or an estate sale, I guess. I don't know quite know what to call it. It had a lot of antiques and other stuff. But I seen this, I thought that was pretty cool. I'm always looking for interesting locks and stuff at sales and stuff. And because it was new, I figure $7.50 for it was in the original box. It's probably worth it. They had half price. They had stuff half price, and this, unless marked, it was 30% off. But I got it for $7.50, which is half price. Brand new, seems like, still in the box. It's going to go in my collection. Thought I'd show that. Show something else that I meant to show yesterday in a video. I use hacksaw blades when I do pins now. Some. This is a regular hacksaw blade I got a couple of them. Got the one for the non-ferrous metals. That's what that is. Brass is non-ferrous, I believe. And you know, it's quite a bit thick. But found this other one at a dollar store. This little guy here, and he's a little thinner, about half, maybe half the size of, around half the thickness of that blade, which I used for that last lock I made, and it seemed to do pretty good. It's a little bit thinner than the blade's a little bit thinner than a regular hacksaw blade. I don't know if you could tell the difference. If I hold this up, it looks a little bit thinner. Not sure if it's half as thin, but it might be close to the same size, maybe just a tad thinner, I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to show that yesterday, and I forgot to. The next video I do possibly will be in a few days or even a week. Can't do it today because I'm gonna have company and I don't want to get all screwed up. But I will show how I make some pins. I don't have a lock to put them in, but I will make it for a possible future lock in the future. This is going to go in my collection for now, and I'm gonna look it up and see possibly later in the future or sometime when I feel like I need to get rid of it, I might try to sell it. I gotta look it up and see when it was made and what year it was made, but it's going up in my collection. There's my collection. I'm gonna have to make some room. Added that little white thing there with 3 shelves to take up some of the some of the stuff. Been going through and putting stuff on there and taking out some of the double locks I have, some of the doubles I have and triples, and possibly gonna give some away. These are also like the locks that are in there. This is a Keel, and this is a Lori, which I don't have in the box right now. I have it up on the shelf, I believe. It's up on the shelf somewhere here, and I believe this might be in here. There's something that's it. But I'm putting that up on the shelf right here next to my other collections if it'll fit. Almost fits. Got to move some. I put it right up on my for now. I thought I would share that, and the other thing with the hacksaw blade, I thought it was, I got this, like I said, I got this at a dollar store, so probably it doesn't have any extra blades. I'm guessing once the blade breaks, it's over. But for $1, can't complain. I got other hacksaw blades my dad gave me out of his tools. These are the other ones I got. I bought that black one. I got 2 blades at the same time. And then my dad gave me a bunch of these as well for doing pin. I use them for pins and whatnot. I do believe I did a video a while back showing how I did some pins on a lock, but I've gotten some more stuff to do stuff like that to make some more pins. I use these to make pins, make fine serrations. Just put this up against the pin on the Dremel and let these cut the pin. I got several of them. I got two of the same thing. This one here I believe is a little bit different. A little bit smaller groove. I also use a box cutter knife. I use this here on my pocket knife I've bought. I use this as well. As you can see, some brass on there. Those serrations on the blade there make for some nice cuts and pins. And when I do the undercuts on the locks, I use this little guy here. Got 2 of these. They do a pretty good job with the undercutting. When I thread the locks, when I thread them, the chambers of the locks, I use this here. After I do it, I always take this here thing here and I stick it in there and kind of smooth out the threading a little bit, so that the pin's a little easier to go in and out. And I use this here. I put the pins in this thing as well as that bit, and it works pretty good. It's a little grinder. Did have to pull out this here brush the other day because this thing quit working, and it got jammed. And when I looked at the brush, it looked like the tips of it broke off, but it still works. And I got it working, no problem. I thought I'd make a little video here. The little saw comes in this package here. It's a little 6-inch hacksaw. No big deal. Nothing too fancy. I use locks I just did recently. I used new pins. I do have a bunch of older pins I could use too. I keep some older pins in here in these drawers, and some top springs and regulars and top pins in there. I have some caps too, but nothing I really have used works with those. I keep my plug followers and stuff in here. I also keep some pins in there as well that I pull out of locks that I might reuse if they work. I got pins everywhere. I got some lock cylinders in here and parts, and same over here. I keep them for backups or anything. I bought this at the dollar store the other day too. I use that for the heat shrink. I'm almost out of heat shrink of the small pieces of heat shrink here, but I gotta find out where I got this one and get me another package of this. I think out of this size. This is off of the roll I got. I got a roll here, and I got some more even shorter pieces. I'm almost out of all of that too. I gotta resupply some of the stuff I need here one of these days. I keep boxes of stuff that are going to be sent out. Here I got the locks for Pick Me 1977 here, and this is for someone else. When I get the stuff for that, I keep a supply of the boxes down here. Gotta get me a few more, a couple large ones and some more of those mediums and stuff. But glad they're free till they're used, because I can grab a handful at the post office. My next adventure, I guess you could say, would be for making challenge locks. At some point I would like to get more rekeyable padlocks like these. They could be rekeyed, them or Americans or any kind, and try making challenge locks out of those. Haven't done that, and then I added the one from Jeffrey Post and Ryan M. I've added that to the shelf. I haven't picked them yet. I was going to do a video picking one of them, maybe both of them if I get the time to, and then Here's a little tip: if you ever come across a lock that has screws missing, deadbolts, or if you're installing and they're missing the screws, this is the ones that work. These here sizes. This serves for the bigger ones. These work for the deadbolts. These work for the knobs. Sometimes this one works with deadbolts too because of the length. But this is the size for the knobs. Only thing is they're not Phillips. They're flathead on them. That's the only difference. I had to use a couple of them on some of the stuff I've done because didn't come with screws. I got screws though for them, but sometimes not. These are all mostly for the deadbolts, and never ones for knobs. It's very few for knobs, but a lot of them don't work in some of the stuff. But I keep that in there. This is one that is a removable stem here. It goes like this. Something like this one here, but this is not. This is more like a screw, double-ended screw though. I keep some popsicle sticks up here for the pick handles that I did on some picks recently, and probably gonna do that again. I just take and cut them and to the size I need, and then I just put some contact cement on the insides and put the metal pick thing in there, and then I put heat shrink tubing on it to hold it together and make a handle. When I made the last couple of picks I made. And I keep a set of these. I got sets of these. Got them pretty cheap at a store. They were on sale. I got 2 more sets here. Never been opened. I'm gonna be getting some more key blanks. Another one like these, 250 in it. And I'm gonna get 200. I gotta get more these. And I go through Y11s quite a bit. I got quite a few still, but I go through the Y11s a lot for the antique mall. I'm getting some. I got SC1s and nickel plated as well. I'm getting some more of those, and I'm getting some more of the brass. Getting some the KW1s and nickel silver as well. So a lot of people don't really like the brass. Sometimes people like the shinier nickel silver. I guess that's it. I'm sorry for a long-winded video. I just wanted to go over some things. I put this thing up. Found this at a garage sale. I put pre-cut keys in it. I got a lot of pre-cut keys in these. Each one is like 5 drawers. All the DE6s, Dexters. I don't come across too many of them kind of locks. Thought I would. I come across a lot more quick sets than I do any of them. Got more up here. These are all Sargent pre-cuts. Most all of these are, I believe, for a master key system. And I got miscellaneous ones here. I think this is the ones for the master key system here, because they got numbers on them. Like this one here has got number 13. Original keys. This is another original. These are all originals. This one here is marked. Not even marked. They're all the same keyway. This is number 3. I got one that says M and one that says C on it. I don't quite know what those mean. There's number 2. There's number 4. Another number 4. Number 9. That's 15. They're all numbered. Pretty much most all of them are number 7. 16. There's one that's marked, like I said, there's one that marked C and one marked M. I'm guessing one's master and one's maybe custodian, or I guess they're not in here. I guess they were the other ones. I guess I had some that were marked C and one was marked M. Like I said, there's some more in here, marked numbers and stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna let the video go now because the battery's running low, and I've talked long enough. Wanted to do a little video, and I ended up doing a long one. Anyway, thank you for watching. Later down the line, a day or two, I will do a video of making some pins. I don't have a lock to do it for. Maybe I will take one of these here, maybe this one here, this cylinder here, and maybe put them in that. Looks like that's Schlage 5-pin. I might pick that open. I don't have a key, and make that into a challenge lock and send it off with the person that's getting this bigger box here to play with. Anyway, thank you for watching.